We are live. This broadcast is live. Happy
is
New Year's,
live.
everybody.
Not yet for me, but Happy New Year's to you there, Caper. You're
half hour 2020 is in the books for this guy, Scratch.
fucking great, right?
It's fucking awesome. I hope 2020, as interesting as years 2019 has been for I Am Caper, aka this guy's Scratch.
I think 2019 was it's a strange year.
It was a strange year. Now 2020 is that will be known as in numbers, even numbers. I like even numbers.
Even numbers. Yeah, we got Mike Hodge in the house tonight.
Hey, Mike Hodge.
Yeah, it's been a good year, I think.
I think it's been a fun year.
How did your channel bring you everything you wished for this year?
Well, I tell you, when this time last year, it was a real struggle, and the struggle is real. It's still real today, but this time last year, I said, if I can get a view an hour, I'll be doing fucking fantastic. And I'm getting 8 views an hour, so I feel like I made the big times.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We got Dewey Did It in the house.
Dewey.
Yeah, I don't mind if you join there, Dewey Did It. If you want to send me your email on Instagram or post it up here in the chats, go for it, and I'll shoot you a link. That's fine.
So I was watching your video earlier there this evening, and you had a few plans in the works for 2020.
We got Dana's toolbox. Yeah.
Hey, Dano. I tell you what I'd like to see, and I never got a chance to put this in the comments, but you have a wide assortment of tools.
Yes.
I would like you to pick your number 1 and number 2 contender. Have them face off. Every week, have a new challenger come in and see who can reign supreme at the end. See if your number 1 pick will still be number 1 at the end of 10 rounds.
What's up, Jason Reynolds? Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Jason.
Wow. That's a all right. Here we go. I'm sending that off there, Dewey.
Yeah, sorry to drop that on you, but I was thinking about that since you've been doing these tough tools. I said, I'd like for Neil to pick if Ryobi's your favorite or Work Pro's your favorite, pick your number 1 contender and have them face off.
The hard thing with that,
or most expensive.
The hard thing with that is, there's a bunch of variables and different jobs and battery platforms. You got 20 volt, 18 volt, 12 volt. 18 volt and 20 volt are definitely both on par with each other.
Just like in horse racing, though, all the horses aren't even.
Very true. I mean, that's definitely something to consider. Like, start off with something. But what do you do? Do you do a drill or do you do an impact?
Well, keep the drill separate, keep the impact separate, and go from there.
All right, so my pick for a drill and impact. I want to say, what's up, Slauson Lawn Care? How's it going, brother?
How's it going, Slots? How do you pronounce that?
Slauson's awesome.
Client Graphics is in the house. Hey, what's up?
Oh, there we go. Client Graphics in the house. Heck yeah. Happy New Year's, everyone.
This has turned into a New Year's spectacular.
It's New Year's right now for the one and only 4 a.m. caper, and we got Dewey Did It coming up here. Adding him to the stream. How's it going?
Guys?
How's it going, Dewey?
Just chilling, sitting
Chilling
here,
like
eating some grub.
What time is it where you're at?
10:39.
10:39.
We're all different, but hey. Dewey Did It got the cobalt blue on.
Got that Harley on.
Out.
There you go.
What's
going on, Junk from Work?
Junk from Work is in the house.
So what about you, Dewey Did It? Your channel for 2020. What are maybe some of your goals or?
Well, I'm starting the end of the year with 55 subscribers. Right off the bat, started working on a workbench. Got a mini, like a mobile bench to do tabletop reviews and help out with streaming and all that. Just kind of getting a little studio type deal set up. And mainly work on a lot of Cobalt stuff, helping people out that's never really made anything woodworking wise. I actually just filmed a video earlier tonight for that.
Good.
Just kind of let people learn some new things and kind of break comfort zones that they may not be too familiar with and try new things out.
That's good, man. That's really good. I was thinking almost like 2020. So I'll say this because I know some very good people that do this, but DIY seems like such a negative name in the professional industry. You know, it's like you hang a picture here and there, but that's not really the truth. Like a lot of DIY guys, I think, can do a bunch of shit, you know. I know guys that can make furniture that I couldn't imagine building, like tables and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They have office jobs. They do it on the weekend as a hobby, and you know, it's just. I think people think DIY is the guy that hangs a picture up, but I think there's a different category for that guy, and DIY is like a person that thinks they're a contractor and is willing to do anything on their house or home or whatever.
Sorry, I thought you were done there. I come from a have-not community, right? So before DIY was a thing, you couldn't make a living here selling spats for a fucking hummingbird. Like, you couldn't get anybody to pay you to do anything because they would fucking tackle it themselves. Now, the last few years, people are scared to make a pot of coffee.
Yeah.
It is. If you're willing to do something, it's an entrepreneur's market. So there's still plenty of people that don't have cash that are looking for that content to help them make their home build or their car build or fix their brake line or whatever. So there, as far as YouTube going, I call it YouTube University. There will always be a niche for DIY videos or DIY videos. I get it mixed up, but.
Well, I think it's funny because like there's a lot of guys out there that are DIY guys, you know, weekend warriors, but they fucking tackle every goddamn thing they come across as a contractor would the same way. Like it's just
now you guys have the Trump economy going down there right now. We have the Justin Trudeau economy up here, which is socialist. Everybody's broke. Fucking everything is as expensive as fuck. Now there's money.
But you have health care.
I won't lose my health if I get sick tomorrow, but I tell you, one thing with socialist medicine, if they're working on you, you're dying. So I never get scared at the hospital when I'm in the waiting room. When they haul my ass in fucking indoors, I'm getting fucking worried. I'm dying.
I avoid the doctor's office like a plague.
I do too, unfortunately. Yeah. I shouldn't. Like I should be old enough to realize that, like, hey, something might be wrong, but I don't get sick ever, so.
If I get that pain in the arm, you'll see a fucking ambulance coming to my fucking house.
Yeah, like if I'm having a stroke, then.
Yeah. And get back to what you was talking about earlier on the DIY stuff. Part of the video I made is I don't want to be portrayed as a professional. I point blank say that right off the bat. It's like I'm not a professional, just a handyman, jack of all trades.
But you are. I mean, we both work apartment maintenance, right?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's hard for me to say, but like that is a professional position, apartment maintenance technician. You wouldn't be there if you weren't fixing stuff.
Yeah,
and you're all
my main thing. I'm not my quality versus my quality of work may not be up to par compared to a general contractor or professional business. And that's kind of, we repair stuff. We're not building from scratch.
Well, I'll just let you know, no matter what you say right now or put out in your videos, people are going to judge you as a professional. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm not a professional plumber. I'm not a professional electrician. I'm not a professional carpenter, but I do all those things. We do all those things.
I do them things myself. It's just because I'm fucking cheap.
Right, but you save money, right?
Yeah. Balling on a budget.
Yeah. So we are professionals. We have just a different trade. And a lot of people, I think, view that our trade as a DIY trade, but that's not true. I mean, there's DIY guys that could probably do better carpentry work than I could, but they couldn't do the plumbing work I do. Like, I can do all around better than a lot of people. So it took me a while to realize that, and but the honest to God truth is I get paid fucking well to do what I do. I make a living off of that. I support my family off of that. That's, professional work right there. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying
the job.
It is hard to cross that line, but like I've already crossed it. I am who I am. I believe in who I am, and I'm just going to keep going forward. So
nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
Learn from your mistakes and make yourself better.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a video coming out where this last year I actually made like my first few mistakes on the job. I still got, a little bit of a raise because they like the work I do overall. But, you're going to fuck up. If you don't, then you're not learning.
To err is human, as they say.
Right. So, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I did, like, for a long time doing apartment maintenance, I felt like I was the scum of the earth. But, I realized that, no, this is really an industry that people just haven't tapped into. It's a good starting point and or a career point. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do off of it. So,
if somebody calls you from one of the apartments that you service and they have an emergency, I would think that they feel like you're their savior, not beneath them.
Well, they kind of make you feel out to be both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why did this break? I don't
Yeah.
know. The building's 100 years old.
Yeah,
But I will fix it. So shut the fuck up.
yeah. And you know, you can't please all the people all the time. You're lucky if you can please some of the people some of the time.
One of the funny things is like when somebody's refrigerator goes out and they're like, well, it's your piece of junk work or equipment that caused all my food to spoil. So now you got to reimburse me for all my food.
Accidents happen.
I tell you, I got a fridge and bought the warranty. And before I bought this fridge, I never bought a warranty on any fucking appliance. This fridge works a lot like my pickup truck does. So they've been called out 4 times. They spent $500-$600 on this fridge every fucking shot. It's a $900 fridge. I can't even imagine why they're still spending money on it. But as the warranty replaces lost goods in your freezer. Well, the reason why they specify the freezer and not the fridge is because stuff will stay good in the freezer for days, right? So we were gone away for a week, and the fridge kicked the bucket and came back, and everything was rotten. So they said they replaced the stuff in the freezer, but I had to go buy everything in the freezer all at once to get reimbursed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hate eating frozen meat, so I just said, fuck you. You know, I'm not going to go. The stuff that's in my freezer gets built up over time. So you're never going to get reimbursed. That's, I don't know. People are silly if you think you're going to get reimbursed.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, like in apartments, people don't like think that shit happens. Like, what do you think's going to happen when you move into a house?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be calling people all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Just like when something simple goes out, like we've got our biggest work orders are light bulbs and batteries and smoke detectors
And clogged drains.
It's like, do you know how much you would be paying if you had to call a plumber for every time I had to take off the cover to your tub drain and pull out a rat's nest of hair?
Yeah. It'd be like $150.
Yeah.
And in the apartment, you pay jack shit. Not only that, when I do those calls, I clean out their bathtubs. Because 9% of the time, their bathtubs are fucking gross. I always take like Windex or something with me. I hose down the thing, and you know.
I had to out that drain in the fucking shower.
Do what?
The shower, like the drain. That's I'm sure. I'm sure if you put something down there, you'd pick up a fucking wig every fucking time you.
Yeah, we use the what do you call them, zippets?
Yeah,
little plastic zip cords. You can pick them up for $1 or $2 at Walmart, and dude, you just slide them in. Most of your drains have like 4 holes in it. You just pull out the hair, and it's usually like a rat size glob of hair.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Must be warmer when we did it. Is he sitting outside?
Shoot, it is. Let's see here. What is it? 30? No, it's 43 right now. It's supposed to get down in the 30s.
You look comfy, man.
I had to put on some heat. It's cold. It's snowing.
I'm going in tomorrow to do snow removal. I know that because I already looked outside. So
you got a snow blower?
Oh yeah.
Is it gas powered or what do you got?
Yeah, it's gas powered. I'm reviewing the Ego snow blowers
Okay.
and just kind of going through YouTube, other people that have used them. I'd like to bring that to my company and be like, listen, we don't need gas if we buy this.
Well, you know who also is part of the Ego company, right?
Skill?
Cobalt.
Really?
Yep. A lot of the 40 and 80 volt technology is done through Ego.
I didn't
So
know that.
if
I have
you,
snowblower
I'm
videos.
trying to
They
think,
actually do really well.
of the company name that actually backs it. I can't remember off the top of my head, but their parent company ties them together.
Well, I know like the Ego batteries, that company or whoever makes the Ego batteries has worked with the new Skill line. So
Mm-hmm.
like the Skill 20 and 12 volt tools are the same people that make the Ego stuff. So must be tied in with Cobalt as well.
So do you have
Yeah.
a truck, or do you hire a contractor for that, or
No, I fucking do it.
they give you a truck with a plow on it? And
No, we use a snowblower.
oh,
We go out and snowblow.
Now, on your steps, are you 2-story or how is your property laid out?
Um, there's so the one property has 4 driveways, all very tough to blow out, and then we have walkways, and there's about I don't know 3 sets of steps running in. It's a big property, so like our biggest property takes about 4.5 hours to do snow removal and about an hour to salt.
it's a bit of work.
Yeah. And the other ones are pretty close to that also. And then after I leave there, I have to do that on my own properties. So they're
Joy.
long days. Yeah.
Yeah, our
No.
property was down here in Tennessee ain't too bad. My property's got 15 buildings, 2 breezeways per building, and they're all 2-story. And if we get snow, we have to salt the stairs, remove the snow if there is any. Normally, most of our stuff's ice, so we'll take care of that. But you're lucky if it happens twice a year.
Right.
If you're in Tennessee, if you get snow, it's a fucking national emergency.
Yeah, it's funny. Like my dad's from Michigan, and he's like, dude, we grew up 6 foot of snow get dumped overnight. Dig
Yeah,
your way out.
he's like, you ain't ever even seen snow.
But it's like we don't get snow, we get ice. And it's
Yeah.
all black ice. So that's really what the big hindrance is. And we don't have the manpower to go through and salt and brine the roads and remove snow shovels. And you go up north, everybody and their brother's got a snow plow. So I mean, everybody works together up north. Down here, it's just like, well, we're SOL. Let's have a snow day.
I tell
Snow
you,
days.
I drive my kids to school and stuff, and like fuck, I can remember going to school. I walked to fucking. It was a fucking mile of school. My town is a mile square, so I lived a mile away from my school. I walked uphill both ways through the fucking snow. It didn't fucking matter. Kids today are so fucking spoiled.
Yep. I remember I was in middle school, and we went into class. There was nothing on the ground. Came back 45 minutes later, and there was about 2 foot of snow. They called school, and I lived probably about 2 miles from the school. And we walked. We said, "Screw the bus."
I I forget how old I was. I was in elementary school, like second, third. I think I was in third grade actually, And Halloween one year, we got 1.5 feet of snow. And that, you know, it's weird because, like, we don't get snow during Christmas anymore. I wish we did.
It was white here for Christmas for a change.
I wish it were here. I gotta go take a piss. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, our Christmas was 65, 68 degrees.
Really?
Yeah, it was a nice Christmas. T-shirt weather.
We haven't got the global warming here that they're fucking trying to tax us on yet. Yeah, we're still it's still jacket. To be honest with you, I'm double layered. I got 2 jackets on.
I'm gonna send Neil something right quick on Instagram. I'm gonna cut video feed for just a minute.
Yeah. Hey everybody, Happy New Year.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
How's everybody doing? What's happening? Christopher Gala in the house. Yes, you're absolutely right. Those global warming bastards want to tax the fucking shit. Well, they're taxing the shit out of me up here. Oh well, that's enough of that. Happy New Year, everybody.
We'll take a cup of kindness yet falling side.
Yeah, the guns going off here an hour ago. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Taking care of business here.
What happened to Dewey?
He was sending you something on Instagram. He said he was bugging out for a minute.
Now, what's up, Christopher Gala? Here
So we have
go.
the nameless fool in the house. We have Mike Hodge. Dewey did its back. Christopher Gala.
Did you get that picture, Neil?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
I'm grabbing a beer. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go inside for a second.
I hear stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got
That's both phases of our property.
Okay. For your, yeah, that would be a lot for snow removal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's
240 units.
William Logan, happy New Year's, brother. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. So, Neil, you were pissing when the new year came. I was. I didn't expect it to pop up that fast on me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it is for you.
So, what about you? Do you have, I know you like Cobalt Tools. Are there any other brands that, like, maybe you have eyed up or been curious about or might check out in the future?
I've owned Rigid and I still own a lot of Craftsman stuff. I've still got probably a good 500 or 600 piece set of Craftsman wrenches, ratchet wrenches, sockets, and all that stuff.
Yeah, which I wouldn't get rid of them. I mean, I'd just keep them.
No. They're basically what stays in the back of my truck. So if anything goes wrong, I got a jack stands and tools
There
to
you
help
go, man.
somebody out or take care of myself. Power tool wise, I'm looking into some Delta tools.
Like corded.
Yeah, like let's see. I want a good bench grinder, bandsaw, just things that Cobalt themselves don't offer. Delta's got it covered.
I have
Looking
the
into some Rocklers.
I've got the 8-inch Delta bench grinder. It's awesome.
Does it have the adjustable speed on it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one I'm looking towards.
When I got it, the price does fluctuate, but I got it off of Amazon, and it was $70 when I got it. But it fluctuates between 70 about 100.
You got a drill press?
I have a Wen drill press. It works pretty good benchtop.
So I debated. I've looked at Delta makes a nice one, but it's got a very nice price tag on it too.
Right? Yeah.
Too much for my blood. I've looked into the Win.
Are you looking for like a bench top or like a stand one?
A bench top.
The one has been great. It has.
Mm-hmm.
But you could go up and like maybe get like I don't know, like a Skill Craftsman Porter cable.
Yeah.
That would probably be a step above. Where'd he go?
Will do. I don't always try to buy it. I try to buy the best tools for my money. I'm not I think Brad added something on there, feel the pain once. And I don't think that's where he was going on the video. I did watch it, but I'm a little half lit.
I have here we go, he's back. Yeah, I have I try and buy the best tools I can, but like I'll give you a good example. Hold on one second. So when I started my apartment maintenance job, I'm going to do a video on this also. But hold on one second.
All right.
Hold on one second. There's like a bunch of fucking fireworks getting off. I think my kids are up or something.
Kaboom.
Don't you have a Instagram?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not on any of the social medias other than YouTube.
I was gonna say
No
I
Instagram.
didn't think I did.
No, Tinder or whatever. I have no idea what the fucking name of them all are.
King old school.
I think Tinder, that's a dating one, right? The wife wouldn't appreciate if I was on that one anyways.
Yeah, I don't even have one of those myself.
No. Instant messages on my text machine and YouTube. That's about my forms of mass communications.
All right. So when when I started my apartment maintenance job, it was they told me I had to have my own hand tools. They provide the power tools.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went there, though, the power tools were fucking shit.
Usually are.
They were all like corded. Um, they're terrible. So I very quickly learned to take some of my own tools in. The only thing I ever really owned, though, like I bought that Ryobi kit, so like I had a drill, I had a recip saw, a jigsaw, circular saw, and a couple other things. So like I literally went in there with this. This is the drill I used. Yeah, this is the one I used for a while, you know. And I also had, I bought this early too. This is the early hammer drill, metal chock. It's a very nice drill. It actually works very well. So I always use this for everything. So I started working with this guy, and he had a impact gun, and I was like, wow, that's fucking amazing, like how quick it drives nails or screws and shit, so fasteners. So my big thing though was like I always like I had at that point I did not own one green Ryobi thing because I was like the blue stuff fucking works. It has worked. I don't know about the green. So I went on eBay and I ended up buying this impact. And sure as shit though. I mean, this thing would still be fine today in what I do. I just, over the time and stuff, you start getting better at what you do and you start wanting to learn different tools and stuff and get into different lineups. And that's what I did. But like, this is the first impact I ever ran. And it still runs fucking great today.
So does the green and the blue interchange for batteries and stuff?
No. Ryobi has always stuck with the 18-volt lineup.
So like when I bought the house that I'm in now, I bought it 8 years ago. And it needed floors and it needed some freshening up before I moved in. And so I had the last bit of carpentry tools or home DIY stuff that I had was from a house that I had 7 years previous to that. And because I don't do it a lot, stuff. So can I borrow your circular saw or can I borrow this or that? So the little bit of shit that I did have gathered up was gone. So when I bought this house, I had to buy, I had to buy a couple of cordless tools. So I bought the drill and it was a combo pack. It was the Ryobi circular saw, the drill and impact came in one set with a couple of batteries. It was $199 at the time. But I bought them 8 years ago when I moved into the house. Batteries still hold up. They take a charge. I had one battery replaced under warranty. It wasn't that big a deal. But I put floors down in my house with it. I put a deck on my house with it. And, as far as anything that I need to do, they've done me just fine.
I'll tell you one of the green Ryobi tools that if I had to buy one tool, it would be the Airstrike Nailer. There's the handiest little thing. We've got a unit probably Thursday or Friday. We had new flooring put in, and the jack legs that did it didn't change the quarter round out. So this quarter round sits up about a quarter inch all the way around the living room and hallway. So we have to take all of that and replace it because either way, if we want to use it, the gap's so different from the style that they used before, it just won't clear it. So that's a fun week.
That is a fun week. we had a lease break that we're actually we're updating, but very like you gotta do it quickly, because they're paying the rent because it was their break. But at the same time, you have to have it presentable for new renters, and they have to be able to move in. So shower controls, I'm going from 3 handles to 1. I gotta do that in a day, on top of taking out some soap dishes and putting just tile in. And we're going to redo all the trim in there. And we already hung all new light fixtures. And
So you're doing a full renovation, just about.
kind of like we're going to keep going until someone wants to rent it, so we have to make sure that the project we do will get done that day. And that it could be presentable and rentable very quickly.
How long does it normally take to get somebody into an apartment after somebody has been in an apartment long term?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. Our apartments are like prime real estate where I live, so not too bad. As far as the Ryobi nailers go, like I was watching a show on HGTV where the guy ran Festool.
Yeah.
He ran like Metabo, some DeWalt, and some other tools, but his nailers were fucking cordless Ryobi. And I was like, because they're the best.
Yeah.
They are. They really are.
Now, I got my motorhome project that I'm waiting to get back to in the spring there, and I'm looking at getting a cordless nailer. Now I need something that will do about a 1/2 inch nail because the walls aren't thick in a motorhome. Is there something I can get to do that?
So you need like a 1/2 inch actual nail or like a 1/2 inch finish nail?
1/2 inch finish nail.
Like a brad nail?
Yeah, like I had some. My neighbor had a air nailer that I was using, and the 1 inch ones, they would end up turning around because there's some metal in my RV.
Well, I can show you. I got this one here that I think it does up to, hold on. Pretty sure it's about, I think this one is a right angle finish nailer, and it does, I think it's up to 3 inch, and even the Ryobi, I know this can go up to about 3 inch also.
I need something about the size of a staple, a long staple that ain't a staple.
You could do this. You can do this from 1 and or like even. Let's see what I got here. I think this is 1 1/4.
Because
So you need like a staple there, right?
I need a single staple though. I need a staple with a head on it, not a double staple. You know what I mean? Or a very narrow staple.
Yeah, I mean you could just. Well, and how long do you need it to be?
For a lot of places, a 1/2 inch would do me because it's only like.
Just pick up one of these, right?
I do have one of them, but they take the wide staples and everything is visible. You know what I mean?
Milwaukee makes a crown stapler, but I think it'd be about the same thing as this.
I think I'm looking for something that's specific to RV.
Well, I don't have it.
Yeah. Duct Tape Tech did some nice videos on the Ryobi gear that you sent them.
Yeah, William Logan says you need a pin nailer.
That's what I need.
Um,
I didn't even know what the name of it was to even look for.
yeah, fucking Ryobi came out with one like it's a blue one, so it's old. Yeah, you could use the Airstrike too. I think there's Slauson pneumatic.
What is an airstrike? Because that's how we got onto that's how we got into the weeds on my fucking motorhome.
Those are two guns I just showed you.
They're the airstrikes.
Those were the Ryobi Airstrikes. Yeah.
An upholstery stapler. William Logan. That might be what I'm looking for too.
So one thing, like, so I'm playing with my Ryobi Impact here, and like Milwaukee always has had really good triggers. Like it kind of pushes back on your finger, so the variable speed feels variable speed. Ryobi does the same thing though. It has the same like meatiness to the trigger.
Variable trigger.
Yeah.
I noticed that because the Ryobi Impact that I have kind of does the same.
Yeah, it has like an actual nice trigger. And it's mostly plastic. It has just a little rubber over molding on the back. Yeah, it's gonna crack. But I don't know, like I've done a lot of projects at home with this. Like I've done a lot of projects with this Impact now.
Do you have a Ryobi that takes the 1/2-inch socket?
Yeah, this would. Or no, I have the Impact, the 1/2-inch Impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Well, y'all almost sign out right quick. It's getting a little rowdy out. Fireworks going on.
All right, Dewey. I appreciate you joining us, man.
If y'all are streaming, I'll jump in later.
All right, happy 2020, man.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. Welcome
Happy
to a
New
new decade. Later.
All right, later, buddy. All right, man. I think I'm going to end this broadcast. So, everyone, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for coming on.
Catch you all later. And I guess we'll see you this year.
Happy New Year. It's 2020 already.
Darn straight.